Hi, this is Spencer Wood, Sales Engineer at 8x8. And as part of this brief overview video, I'm going to give you a demonstration on 8x8's historical and real-time reporting as part of the 8x8 Analytics for Contact Center. We're going to start with historical reporting, and we give you 4 key areas to measure and manage the contact center's performance. These are agent interactions, where you can learn about the agent behavior, their activity, and their performance while interacting with customers. You can track the number of interactions processed by agents, as well as time spent processing them and time spent wrapping up these interactions and more. Agent status allows you to get to know how often agents change their status, how long they stayed in a particular status, and the reason they changed status via status codes. Detailed interactions gives you access to key metrics during the journey of an interaction. What queue was the call directed to? Who is the agent who handled the interaction? Was the call placed on hold? What was the duration of the call? Was it transferred to another agent? What was the call outcome? Answer all of these and many more questions using the data in the interactions detail report. Select from a total of 56 metrics, and then you can arrange them to suit your needs, as we'll see in a moment. You can even freeze those metrics that are key to the report data. The queue interactions area provides an insight into the call traffic in queues by tracking the number of interactions which entered a particular queue, interactions that were answered, and the number of interactions that were abandoned. Let's have a look at the queue interactions summary report in more detail. So this is the original presentation of that report. From this screen, it allows me to customize this report to suit my needs. So if I click on the Customize button in the top right-hand corner here, it opens up the report and allows me to customize it. I can give the report a meaningful name. I can set the date ranges that I want this report to run for. Was it last week, month to date, last month, etc. And you can also choose a custom date range. Once we're happy with the date range of that report, we can choose how we want to group this report together by media, channel and queue, or the other choices you have available here. We're really flexible with the metrics that you can customize and present in a report. You can select all of the available metrics from the list here, or again, I can unselect them all, and I can really customize this report by only showing metrics that I'm interested in. I might just want to see interactions that were accepted and accepted in a percentage of my assigned SLA to that particular queue. Once we've selected our metrics, we can then go here and we can order those metrics from as many as you've chosen. So you can really get the metrics in the order you want them presented in once that report is run. Once we're happy with the metrics and the order they're placed in, we select done, and we can now choose our media. So we can choose any of the media from the multi-channel capabilities available from the 8x8 Contact Center, chat, so that's web chat, SMS, social media interactions such as Twitter and Facebook direct messaging, email, phone, both inbound and outbound, as well as voicemail queues. Once we've selected what media we want, we can then go on and choose which queues. Do we want to choose all of our queues, or again, are we only going to focus on any one particular queue as part of this? Okay, and you can also show whether you want to show the subtitles or the grand totals, and you can also choose to show charts available from this as well and preview this. I'm not going to preview or save this report. I've already got a configured report that I'm going to show you as part of the custom reports area. This is where the report would move to. Once we saved it, it would move into the custom reports area. So I'm just going to cancel this. I'm going to say leave. And I'm going to jump into the custom reports area here, because once we've done that original configuration of the report, as we've just seen, the report is moved into the custom reports area. And you can see here, I've got many reports that I've already configured. So here we've got a queue report and its queue interaction summary. So very similar to the example that we've just shown. So if I highlight and click on this report, it brings me back the template. It shows me all of the metrics and how I've ordered those and how they're presented. I get a scroll bar at the bottom to scroll along and see all of my available metrics. I get my totals at the bottom for all of those selected metrics. From here, I can also choose to share this report. So if I click on there, I can add specific people just by choosing their username from the 8x8 Contact Center, and I can choose whether they can only view or edit this particular report, as well as it showing me who owns this report. I can choose to refresh and update the report data. I can also, from here, download this report either in a CSV format or an Excel format. I can choose to edit the report if I'm not happy with any of the metrics or how the layout of this report looks. One of the key things from here is if I click on the three dots here, it allows me to copy this. So you might want to use an overall template, and you can then create copies and keep that original template in its original condition. What I can also do from here is choose to schedule this report. Opens up a sidebar that pops out from the right hand side. I can choose recipients for this report. So again, it lists all of the users in the contact center. But if I just want to send this to an external person that's not part of the contact center, I can just easily type their email address here. I can give the email a subject and a brief message. And again, I can choose that report format. I can choose again from CSV or Excel formats. And this is where I can start to get really detailed in how I want this report to be scheduled. So I can choose how often it runs. Once for a period of time, if you have any seasonal activity that you might want to run a particular report against, or you can choose to run it indefinitely, when you want it to start, and also how often you want this report to repeat. Daily, weekly, or monthly. If I choose weekly, it asks me what day of the week do I want this report to run on. And for instance here, I could choose a Q summary report. I want this to run every Monday morning, and I want it to be available for me at 8 o'clock in the morning. So when I first arrive into the office, that report's going to be sitting and waiting for me in my inbox at 8 o'clock in the morning. Once I've saved this report, that is the last time you need to touch this report. As part of that schedule, as we've seen, it'll be delivered into your email inbox for you 8 o'clock every Monday morning. Let's cancel those changes. And now I just want to show you some of the real-time analytics. So here, I've got an example wallboard or real-time dashboard. The key thing from these, and this is how we really promote those remote workers, but allowing you to manage the contact center as if you was all in a central location. You can see here that by simply sharing this URL and this web link here, anybody with that link could view this dashboard. And it's just a brief configuration of what metrics we can show you as part of the real-time dashboards. At the top here, I've just got an agent performance widget. It's showing the agents available to me in my supervisor group and the status of those agents. But extremely similar to what we saw as part of the historical reporting, any of these metrics can be turned on and off, allowing you to really customize this to your particular environment. In the middle of the screen, we've got a demo queue summary here, and I've just got all of my available queues here. You can see I've got a voice call, I've got an outbound voice queue, email, Twitter, and a web chat queue here. The traffic light configuration is custom thresholds that we can apply. So any certain conditions are met, these conditions can be updated. So I've got green here to show me I've got no waiting interactions against any of my queues, but I've actually gone red here because I've got no agents available in my queues. If I was to have one agent become available, I've configured that in my instance to change to amber. If I had two, it would actually go green. Okay, these are custom thresholds, like I say, and they're available for you to draw attention to any key particular aspects in the contact center. Below here, we have what we call some single queue widgets, and I'm just picking out particular queues. I've got my voice queue here, and I'm just saying I want to see how many calls have entered my queue today, as well as any that have been abandoned and the percentage of that abandonment rate. The key thing to take away from our dashboards is they are fully customizable. These will be built to match your particular environment, and with the available training from 8x8, you'll be able to manage and edit these dashboards as you need to moving forward. Thanks for your time. That's been a brief overview on 8x8's historical and real-time reporting.